What kind of content can you share on LinkedIn? Today I'm going to walk you through 8 different kinds of content that you can share on LinkedIn that are going to start generating interest, leads and sales for you and your business. My name is Louise Brogan. I run Raise Your Visibility Online, which is a LinkedIn marketing agency. We help our clients with LinkedIn content, video marketing and content marketing for B2B services. I have a content marketing free guide that you can grab a copy of, which will be down in the links below. The first kind of content we're going to talk about is plain and simple. It is text only posts. This is where you write a post that is simply text. No images, no additions, no links, purely text. So if you think about LinkedIn as your professional network, so it's a network full of people who are interested in having discussions with you about the industry that you work in, they are potentially interested in buying your services, they are potentially interested in selling you services, then these text-only posts, think of them as like starting a conversation with your network. And the format for a text-only post, in my opinion, should be start with a line that introduces what you're going to talk about, share some content that helps the reader to think about something that you can help them with, and then the final piece is remember your call to action. And usually with a text-only post, this is an invitation to join a conversation about something. Okay, so the second kind of content you can share on LinkedIn is text with images. Now you can post something that has one image, and we are still seeing huge success with a single image of you in the post for attention. It's a scroll stopping image normally, and I don't mean scroll stopping and like it's you at the beach. It is a picture of you out and about in your daily work, in your day. It literally stops people from scrolling through the feed when they see this image. It could be an image of you and your team. It could be an image of something you're talking about in the post. But honestly, an image just of you still works really, really well in 2025 in this kind of content. The same rules apply to the text-only post. Tell people what you're going to talk about, share something useful, and then ask their opinion or ask a question as your call to action in this kind of post. A multi-image post is the third kind of post, and that is your text and multiple images. Don't just share 2 images because they go side by side in the post. What you want to do is share either the one, which is the single image post, or at least 3 images. LinkedIn will show the images and people will click to see all the images that are not showing straight up on the screen. Our friends at Social Insiders say this is one of the most popular and most engaging kind of content you can share on your company page right now. What about if you have a blog, a podcast, or a YouTube video that you want to share with your audience? So those are posts with external links. Now, unlike other platforms, LinkedIn may not necessarily show this to its best advantage, like this post of a YouTube link. However, it does not penalize us for sharing these posts. The jury is out on this with some of my peers. I do not think it massively impacts your post to have the link to the external link in your post. I would love to hear your thoughts and experience on this, so please do leave that in the comments below. Let's have a discussion right here. The fourth kind of post to share on LinkedIn is a document post. Now you might know this as a carousel post, but how you create it is you upload a document onto LinkedIn. The top tip here is that you want to have lots of pages in your document that have very little text on them. So think about 1 sentence, 2 sentences, more than 1 keyword. You want people to swipe through to read everything that's in your document. And how this works so well is, number 1, it's visually appealing to your viewers. Number 2, if you simplify down the text that you're talking about into 1 word, 1 sentence on each slide, it's really easy for us to digest as readers. And number 3, every time someone clicks to go to the next screen on LinkedIn on this kind of post, it is counted as an engagement by the algorithm, and so your content is shown to more people. The fifth kind of post, and if you've been following the channel for a while, you will know what this is. It is a video post. Now, the top tips for video content on LinkedIn are: keep it under 2 minutes if you can, always add captions, and have it as a vertical video. We have done landscape video content for our clients on LinkedIn and it hasn't been penalized, but LinkedIn are really pushing vertical video. Vertical video takes up more screen on a mobile phone, and so it becomes more visible and more clickable to your viewer or reader. The sixth kind of content you can share on LinkedIn, and I love doing these, is a LinkedIn Live. So a live is when you literally go live on the platform. LinkedIn asks you, if you're going to do live streams, that you do them for at least 10 minutes. Your network will be notified of the LinkedIn Live, because what happens is when you create the LinkedIn Live, you actually create it using a third-party software like StreamYard, for example, and it creates an event on LinkedIn. Once the event is created and you've set up the LinkedIn live stream, go into LinkedIn and start to invite your network to join the event. Anybody who says they're joining the event will be notified when you go live. They also can get an email to tell them you are about to go live. But also, if they are on LinkedIn at the time that you go live, they are notified of that. So it'll say, your connection, Louise Brogan, is going live on LinkedIn. And it also shows up whenever someone is on mobile. It shows up if they're on your profile, it shows up in the header image, the live video. So lots of ways that LinkedIn are encouraging us to go live, and a lot of people love doing LinkedIn Lives and engaging with LinkedIn Lives. I don't see a lot of people doing LinkedIn Lives, so this could be a really great way for you to stand out on this platform. If you enjoy that kind of content, then you could set up a regular cadence of doing it. So for example, you could have a Friday LinkedIn live stream. The next type of content is LinkedIn polls. And I love LinkedIn polls because they're an easy way to get engagement with people. This is where you create a poll on LinkedIn. You ask your audience a question and then you give them options to choose in the poll. You have to have a minimum of 2 options. I strongly recommend that you have all 4 options. You might say, have you ever done a LinkedIn Live? And say yes, no. A second option, third option could be, I'm considering it. And the fourth option would always be other, let me know below, because what we want is for people to start engaging and having a conversation on this post. The more comments you get on your content, the more people you will get who see the content as a result. And that's what we're really driving for all of this content. We are trying to draw our LinkedIn network out in order to actually start having conversations in the comments, which is really helping them to raise our visibility on the platform as well. The post that goes along with a poll should really just be the same as it is in the poll. So make it nice and simple, introduce what you're going to say, ask a question in the post, and then invite people to participate in the poll below. Okay, the second last option, I've just realized I have 9 features, not just 8, is an article. So a standalone article on LinkedIn. These have fantastic shelf life. I have had articles bring people to me that they have read that I've written 2 years ago, and LinkedIn will give you the data and analytics on a LinkedIn article for at least 2 years. Once you post your article, and there's a couple of videos on this channel which will show you literally how to do this, make sure that after every second or third paragraph you have some kind of break with an image or a visual to break it up so it's not just a lot of text on screen. You want to have a header image for your article. But once you've finished writing your article, LinkedIn then asks you to share it as a post onto LinkedIn, and will invite you to share it into groups and onto X or Twitter and into other social media platforms. So this is really interesting. It's kind of extending out your reach. The 9th is the LinkedIn newsletter, which I'm a huge fan of. When you create your first newsletter, your entire network are invited to subscribe to that newsletter. People are joining my newsletter every single week. It is a long form article like the article, but the difference with the newsletter is that people subscribe to it and it has a newsletter title and people receive it into their inbox off of LinkedIn. It's a really, really powerful tool as part of your arsenal of LinkedIn content. All of this works wonderfully when you do 2 other things. And those are commenting and engaging on other people's content, so that when you post your content, there's a network who are already engaging with you. And the second thing is building your network continually, sending out connection requests, seeing people in the comments to other people's posts who you want to connect with, and just building up your following and your network so that when you do create your content and share it to LinkedIn, you have an audience there who are ready and willing to have conversations with you about the content you've just shared. Any questions about any of this, please do put them below. Do remember to grab your copy of the content guide. You could share this video as a piece of content onto LinkedIn as well.